All right, we're going right across to the news conference by the Indian cricket team captain Virat Kohli.
That tour for us was a sort of start of the belief system that we can win away from home, and we do have the side required to win away from home, and we do have the culture that's been created in the team to win, whatever test matches or test series that we play. So the mindset immediately was to try and win series, and losing the first test was a shock to us, but the way we bounced back was only because of the team culture that was created at that stage, where even the less experienced players, if you compared us and Sri Lanka, the comparison of number of tests was not even close. But we showed more belief in our abilities and that we could win from any situation, and that really turned our mindset around. From then on, you can see the results that we've had so far, and as you said, we have away series coming up, so the same mindset would apply now what we started back in 2015.
Thank you. Second, Gaurav.
Build up to this tour, there have been a few issues. You have a new coach now, the previous coach, etc., and you have to think about the whole staff also. So how challenging would it be to get your focus back on it?
I only have the bat in hand, and my job is to go out there on the field and control what's being done on the field, and that's something that I have focused on in the past couple of months, and I continue to do so. A lot of speculations and a lot of things fly around, and those things are not in my control. So as I said, my job is to go out there on the field and try to bring the best out of this team along with the management, and try to perform to the best of my abilities, which I believe in.
Thank you. Mr. Tagore.
Ravish, unlike your last team, how many permanency to your team now, for the 2 years contract you have to manage, how do you think the advantage for that plan? Secondly, how has the team evolved changed over the last 1 year?
I mean, taking on from where Virat left, I have matured since I last went to Sri Lanka, and I've matured immensely in the last 2 weeks. Okay, so mine will be a refresh button that will be pushed. I carry on from where I left. I don't come with any baggage. The team has done exceedingly well over 3 years, and they are the people who deserve the credit more than anybody else. These Ravi Shastris, Anil Kumble's will come and go. Okay? The fabric of Indian cricket will remain, and the credit should go to everyone who's participated in this Indian team over the last 3 years. If they are number one today, it's their efforts they've put in over that 3-year period, and they deserve the credit. People like us will come and go.
Thank you. Ankur.
क्या ये माना जाए कि आपको कोच और कोचिंग का स्टाइल समझने में अब ज्यादा आसानी होगी, बेहतर तरीके से समझ पाएंगे?
सर, समझ तो हमने 3 साल साथ काम किया, 14, 15, 16, तो समझ तो ऑलरेडी होनी चाहिए उतनी, तो आप भी वो हिसाब लगा सकते हैं। तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि मुझे कुछ नया समझने की ज़रूरत है इस सिनारियो में, और जैसे कि मैंने बोला कि हम पहले साथ काम कर चुके हैं, तो हमें पता है कि व्हाट्स एक्सपेक्टेड, व्हाट्स गोना बी ऑन द प्लेट, और जो पहले हमारे लिए काम किया है, तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि उस चीज़ में एफर्ट लगेगा समझने में, क्योंकि जैसे मैंने बोला कि पहले काम कर चुके हैं साथ में।
Thank you, sir. Mr. Krishnan.
Now that you have got the support staff of your works very well, are you under pressure to perform as a captain, and also the team under pressure to perform, deliver the goods? Otherwise, there will be some issues to come there, and there will be risks. And so, Ravi, what makes Bharat Arun so special as a coach?
You answer.
I don't think there's any added pressure, because what has to happen will happen. I believe in that, regardless of what happens around on the outside world. As a team, we aspire to achieve what we want to achieve. Every one of us has faced hardships in the past, and criticism and being criticized is nothing new. So we understand that aspect of playing the sport as well. I certainly don't take any added pressure because the responsibility has been given to me. I only started off as a player and I wanted to do the best for the team. And I continue to take up that responsibility and will continue to do so in the future years till the time I am captain or I'm, kept at this position. So that's what I see of it. And you only have to look at the series you're going to play ahead of you. And if you focus on all these external factors, it's very similar to you going out to bat and thinking, what if I get out? It can happen in any scenario. So you just need to take care of your mindset and move forward.
And the question to me?
What makes Bharat position?
There's a track record. 15 years his life has been coaching. Right? And you look at that track record. It's outstanding. Right from junior level to A teams to Indian Junior World Cup teams, he's been part of. He knows these boys better than I do because he's been in the system for the last 15 years. You look at the last World Cup, India took 77 out of 80 wickets. If Bharat Arun's name was someone else who's played a lot of test cricket, you would have put him on top of the tree. So I don't need to elaborate too much on what he's good at, what are his strengths. It's there for everyone to see.
Thank you. We'll take just one last question, Mr. Srinivas Rao.
Two questions. One for Virat first. A lot has been talked about, that there needs to be a core team, players need to, have that advantage of working with the team that they like. Can you spell out distinctly, as a captain of the team, can you spell out what does it mean to have a team, like an overall support staff and players, who actually, kind of have started to get along with each other, have started to know each other? Can you spell out for an outsider, what does it mean, in terms of, what does it bring to the side when you say that there needs to be a team that knows each other better?
I think understanding and communication is something that works in every walk of life. So, the changing room environment is nothing different. You need to have all those aspects for any relationship to work in life. It's not just confined to cricket. We follow the same rules of life that are followed everywhere else. So I don't see anything different, that can be elaborated about this. Everyone has gone through experience of relationships somewhere or the other in their life, and the same rules apply here. It's as simple as that. So the coordination, communication, and
It makes your life easy when you have to go out there and bat and not bother about what is kind of being, what is happening. If you can just go out there and concentrate on your game.
what do you think? You want to get it out of my mouth, but you can say it yourself.
Thank you.
I'll answer that same question wearing two hats, and I promise you there's no conflict of interest here. One as a player and as a former captain. When you play the game, you want your mind clear. You want to be able to focus inwards without a care in the world for anything on the outside. And that happens with good communication with the support staff. Now I'll go on the other side. As head coach, my job is to do exactly that for every player. To put him in a frame of mind where he is thinking only about his role and he's thinking about the team that he's playing for. And of course the opposition, which we always respect. And that's his job, period. And that's sitting on both sides. That's my answer.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Sir, please. Sir, please.
So, the first conference of the new coach Ravi Shastri and the Indian cricket team captain Virat Kohli ahead of the full series in Sri Lanka. Let's go across to my colleague Shobit there. Shobit, although Ravi Shastri defending his core team, but no clarity really on Zaheer Khan and Rahul Dravid's role after Ravi Shastri's core team has been brought in for the upcoming series.
Devinia, spot on. There's no clarity yet on the role of these legends, Rahul Dravid and Zaheer Khan, who were nominated as consultants with the Team India by the Big Three panel of Sachin, Saurav and Lakshman. Even the Indian captain Virat Kohli and coach Ravi Shastri did not address that issue regarding Rahul Dravid and Zaheer Khan. But yes, Ravi Shastri took the opportunity to highly praise his pick for the bowling coach post, Bharat Arun. Ravi Shastri saying that he does not need to justify Bharat Arun's contribution towards Indian cricket and his role as a coach with the Indian team. Also, very importantly, Ravi Shastri was quite open when addressing the coach-captain relationship. He said very importantly that he's speaking as a former captain, and which means that as a former captain, you want yourself and your team to focus inwards and not be bothered by external pressures. You want good communication with your support staff. Then Shastri also mentioned that he's now speaking as a former coach, as a current coach and a former team director, and he says the role of the coach is to ensure that the team is focused on the job. So Ravi Shastri addressed the Anil Kumble Virat Kohli fiasco as well. However, his challenge begins today. He says he doesn't have any baggage. He comes in with a fresh mindset. The challenge begins today. The Indian team leaves for the tour of Sri Lanka. It's going to be a hard-fought series, 3 test matches, 5 ODIs and a one-off T20. Now, under Anil Kumble, Ravi Shastri is taking over from Anil Kumble, and Anil Kumble, yes, fallout with Virat Kohli apart. He had a phenomenal season as India's coach the 1 year that he was there in the post. Now, India climbed to #1 spot in test series. In the test arena, India has, Anil Kumble helped India win 7 back-to-back test series. India has now, in fact, won their last test series against every test-playing nation. India is eyeing a record 8th straight test series win. Last year, India won 10 test matches, which is the second most ever in test history. So India had a phenomenal year. Yes, equation between Virat Kohli and Anil Kumble soured. Anil Kumble exited. Now Ravi Shastri is coming in and he'll have to fulfill those shoes. Yes, he knows the role already, but he will have to justify his selection and deliver the same kind of results that Team India saw under Anil Kumble.
But also in this news conference, Ravi Shastri talking about Sachin Tendulkar, and be with me, Shobit, that's the next breaking news that's coming in about how India head coach Ravi Shastri now wants batting great Sachin Tendulkar to work with the national team as a consultant. Let's take this breaking news on air now. Ravi Shastri saying, provided it is not a case of conflict of interest, Ravi Shastri has expressed desire to have Tendulkar on board during yesterday's meeting with the BCCI Special Committee comprising Acting President C.K. Khanna, CEO Rahul Johri, Acting Secretary Amitabh Chaudhary and Committee of Administrators member Diana. Tendulkar is part of the Cricket Advisory Committee which picked Shastri as the coach. So, Shobit, where does this leave the CAC's role, which had picked up Zaheer Khan and Rahul Dravid? If Ravi Shastri is now saying let Sachin Tendulkar also come on board as a consultant, who is holding the strings, Ravi Shastri or the CAC?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it, Devina? And ever since Ravi Shastri put his name in the hat for the post of Team India coach, it was always going to be Ravi Shastri. And Ravi Shastri was always going to pick his core team, so no controversy there. But yes, as far as roles of Rahul Dravid and Zaheer Khan is concerned, major doubts over it. These legends still have not been offered contracts. Now we are learning that Ravi Shastri, in fact, told the Committee of Administrators panel that he wants Sachin Tendulkar as batting consultants, not for this tour of Sri Lanka, but for the next tour of South Africa. He wants Sachin, sources say, for a period of 5 days to work with the Indian batsmen ahead of that tour of South Africa. However, the Committee of Administrators and that panel pointed out to Ravi Shastri that whoever comes on board as a consultant will have to fulfill all the rules and regulations as far as conflict of interest is concerned. Now, Sachin Tendulkar, whether he comes on board for a 5-day role as a guest appearance with Team India remains to be seen, because he has a lot of other professional contracts which he has to oblige and fulfill, including his role with Mumbai Indians in the IPL. So it remains to be seen if Master Blaster will give up on those contracts. But yes, if that's the case, if he does accept, will this be a snub to Rahul Dravid, who was nominated by Sachin, Saurav and Lakshman for the role of consultant with Team India remains to be seen.
A bigger point here, once again, is the power consolidating in the hands of few, which has been the bane of the BCCI in the past as well. All Lodha reforms are actually working and taking place, even while there's been a fiasco with the consultant's appointment of Zaheer Khan and Rahul Dravid. Is it another embarrassment? Who is believed to have backed Ravi Shastri's appointment as a head coach for the team? Thanks for joining.